record button. Okay, everybody, it is the general community meeting. We're getting down to our last one, which we need to talk about for next general community meeting would be 2 weeks from now, which takes us to the 15th. So I think that's okay, right? Is that no, the 14th? Yep. So the 14th will be the last one. I doubt if we'll do one on the 28th. Wait, yeah, that's right. Today's the 30th, the 14th, and the 28th. So we'll have one more general community meeting, but this is our last one before our infamous Visionaries Conference. I think I have Utkarsh, thank you so much for getting your recording to me. We have Arvin, you and Steve have to connect, and Ujwal needs to, I have to follow up with him. And other than that, we are good to go. And Sasha, we found some cool Twitch games.
Awesome.
Arvind, I should say, found some cool Twitch games.
I also checked yours out. It also looked fun.
Yeah,
we can try it.
Yeah, the Twitch games are fun because as long as you are have a Twitch account, you can chat and you can play the game. So you just have to join the Twitch account and then you can play.
Yeah, that's much easier.
Yeah, super easy.
Nice.
So we got that set up, and we constructed a list of sci-fi trailers for our breaks.
Awesome. That's a classic.
So we're doing sci-fi trailers for the break. So I think we're all set, and I think Sergio has what he needs. We do have, as well on the 8th, we do have our badge recognition program. So I think there's at least close to maybe, I don't know, 18 people who are going to be getting badges. So we may take a bit to go through that. And we have the new board, the new chair of the ambassadors and the champions. I did close the voting yesterday. I know who won the champions, but I'm not going to say. We'll wait. Other than that, I think that we're kind of rolling down for the end of the year. We are going to, Deploy Hub is going to bring on an additional person to help with office hours and Buzzsprout and our podcast for 2022. His name is Matt Baca. He is a college student who's really into Twitch and is taking some computer classes as well as business classes. So he's going to kind of intern for us and help you guys with that, because I feel like we need to really get it. You guys got it set up on Twitch, and we have Buzzsprouts set up. What we need to do is get a calendar for 2022 and just go ahead and start producing it. On the Steve's not in today. He had to take the morning off, but on the coding front, we still need work on testing. Let me make sure, and I keep showing this because I want to make sure everybody knows we have it. On the home page of Ortelius, Steve has set up a test environment. So if you log in here, it's all running in the SAS. If you forget, you can just go back here and click. So if I click here, it's going to take me right directly over to the my test environment. We definitely still need work on testing. I have found several bugs and kind of issues. A couple of them I can't recreate, but in particular in the components area, this section still has not been completely documented. So if somebody wants to get some pull requests out there, there are tickets opened up for testing. I think we got the README, the Swagger stuff is done, the CVE issues, the license consumption, but not everything up here has been tested. Notice here that we don't even have data and service owner and whatnot. So this is an area that we definitely need some help on to get this finished off, because it's just dragging on. So if anybody is interested in doing some testing and updating some documentation before the 8th and get your numbers up for your pull request to get a Champions badge, that this would be a good way to do it. Has anybody logged into this? Sasha has. He's nodding, but he's the only one I can see. Okay, well, that's what we need done between now and the end of the year. We need some work on the documentation and the testing. And if you don't know how to set up your environment for doing documentation, just reach out to me. I will help you, or Steve can help you, or Utkarsh can help you, or Sasha can help you. So don't be hesitant, because you may not know how to set up that environment.
I have set up the environment. I can start contributing, but I have exams, then I have to do the recording.
Yep, you got to get that recording done with Steve sometime this week, or hopefully this week. So I'm not scrambling to get this done Monday and Tuesday. But we have everybody else's. We just have the two, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that we should cover from a general community standpoint? Oh, you know what? I didn't do any of the I need to bring up the doc. Bring that up, get everybody signed in, cover what we're covering. Oh, that's weird. All right. And is there anything, any update from the GitOps team, Sasha? Sasha?
Sorry, trying to find my mute button. I told Steve that I would finish the diagram just after my last project is almost done. Hopefully at the end of this week is my deadline. Then I'll carry on and just finish off the last bit. It's almost done, but other than that, I don't know anything more. Yeah.
Cool. We did show it at the, so here is the link. I'm going to get us set up. So if you could just sign in. We did show it at the TOC meeting.
Oh, awesome.
There was some good conversation around it. Yeah, we had our general we had our general TOC meeting last week. All right, November 20.
I've still got a few things I remember just to finish off on there. I think I was so close.
All right, let me just go through what we covered. Oops, I'm going crazy here. Ripping the thing apart. All right. All right, we covered. Okay, okay, so what did we talk about? I reported that the Visionary Summit is almost done. Almost complete. Two outstanding presentations. Sergio has the playlist and game set up. Steve and Arvind to touch base this week to complete their presentation. There was a lot of discussion too around data science at the TOC meeting. And during the TOC meeting, I did ask the group if there was anybody who knew somebody who could be a mentor for our data science team. I know Arvind is interested in it. There's a couple of other university students, but Steve and I don't have, I know Steve doesn't have the kind of background in ML and data science that we need to build out what we have. So we are still weak on that aspect of the product. So we need to think about that. Okay. We are looking for a mentor for data science. There was an option. One of the board members, his name is Hank Hendrickson, knows a university professor that may be willing to do it, which would be great.
Can I talk to that professor?
What was that?
Can I talk to that professor?
Yeah.
Because we have to start at learning. So I want to know that what tech we are using, so I can start learning it from now. If
I
that is
know.
something new.
I know, and there's 2 other university students that would be great comrades for you who want to do it as well. If you know anybody, Arvind, you know, from the college you're attending, reach out to them.
Yeah, sure, I will ask them. Thus, we are participating in Google Summer of Code this year.
So we would like to try to participate in Google Summer of Code. We tried this past year and we didn't get accepted, which was kind of frustrating, but it's the way it is. Jenkins tends to get a lot of people submitting for things. And we had one person submit to start doing research on graphs, at least data presentation. For that, he was out of, I want to say Morocco. We were really excited about it, but we didn't get accepted. But we will apply again to do the Google Summer of Code, no doubt. So if we have more people who are would pick some of our projects, we might have a better chance to do it.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Employee Hub has hired an individual to help with the podcasts and the office hours. So Simon is going to be our fearless leader next year for the all the ambassador work. So I'm going to really try to pull everybody together early in the year around getting a calendar set up for our. Think about an editorial calendar. We basically need an editorial calendar for what we want to talk about for both the podcast and the office hours. And so we need to really think about how we can structure that so they kind of work together. Let's say, for example, we did a podcast on a domain-driven design. Then we could do office hours on how do you set up a domain-driven design within Ortelius. So I think we need to figure out a way to structure it in that way so that it has a cadence to it. And if we do that and we know ahead of time who we need to grab, we might have a better chance of pulling people in to do the podcast that might have expertise in those areas. You know, we always can reach out to somebody like a Chris Richardson and see if he'd be willing to do a podcast on domain-driven design. There's a good chance he might do that, but that's what I'm thinking of for getting those 2 off the ground in 2022. Because you guys have done so much work on pulling it all the pieces together. Any other thoughts on that? We also need to think about social networking. I'm doing a lot of posts, but we probably need to bring some other folks in to help manage the tweet deck. And I think that's the other area that's getting a bit busy. Also, tweet deck needs help for Twitter social networking. All right. Those are the kinds of things I'm trying to think about for 2022 that we need to get done. I know that we really need to clean up finish the service catalog stuff because I think that GitOps is going to be a pretty big project for us.
Yeah, when I started doing that diagram, the more I got into it, it just seemed to get more and more complex.
I know. I was looking at that and I was like, man, there's a lot of pieces and parts. And that's what, people think GitOps is easy, but it isn't, to be honest. And what's not easy is the human side of what you have to pull together to make that, checking it in, sure, and make it. And once you get your YAML file created, checking it in and letting the operator read from it and do what it does is the easy part. But everything working up to that is not easy.
Yeah, I agree.
But somehow we could, with the data we have, we should be able to do that. And I think that the POC that you've created with both Argo and Kepton will be a really interesting proof of concept. And I'm looking forward to seeing that. And I think that should be one of our first topics for 2022.
I wanted to do that diagram because I actually just wanted to learn the process where Ortelius sits in the whole ecosystem, right? And so that was what was really cool to draw it up.
Yep, we're just sitting there hoarding data, and then delivering data.
And I still want to deploy it in my current environment with my client.
Yep, well, you'll get there.
Yeah, so, but I'm first doing the studies a bit, I guess. So
yeah.
There's a really irritating fly here.
All right. Well, if there's nothing else, we'll give you guys 10 minutes of your day back.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Cheers, everyone.
Okay.
Have a great day all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.